Well, I wanted to say welcome to everybody for our first elevation call of March. It has been an absolute whirlwind. I want to say thanks to everyone for really finishing strong. February is a short month, as we all know, but it has been a very powerful one. And we've got some new faces and some new names, and we're really seeing some growth here in Northwest Arkansas. I want to do some shout outs. Also, want to introduce a couple of new faces. So, we're going to start with Robin. So, Robin, if you don't mind, just really quickly unmuting because this is our Wellness Mastery Quest elevation call, and it's really the fun part of team training where we bring our team from really all over the United States together on Zoom. And I want us to just tell us who you are and why Zilis for you.
Okay, well, hello everyone. My name is Robin. As Lisa said, I am have been in the process of exiting corporate America, um, and just kind of started seeing what else there might be for me. I will say that it was a forced exit on a layoff, and I am well seasoned in my career, so it has been extremely difficult. On top of the fact that the job market is saturated with others that have been laid off. So I met actually, and I don't know if she's on the call, but I met Gina, and I was just in a lot of pain. I had no mobility in my shoulders. I had a middle finger on my right hand that was extremely bent and would not straighten out. Had been for scans, and Gina said, I think you should try some of these products I'm on. So I tried Ultra Ice, and I still haven't gone and looked because I'm just fast immersion into product and everything. But I want to say it was definitely within the first week. My finger went straight. I don't know, and I really regret that I don't have a timeline, but I have mobility in my shoulders. It's just been something that I cannot attribute to anything. I haven't done anything else other than some red light therapy and some me time and things like that. And I just have always been told I could sell ice to Eskimos. And that I told Gina, I said, that's true if I believe in it. And then I went to my first meeting. Gina asked me and said, hey, we're having a meeting. Would you like to come? I said, I really do. I feel like there's a lot of things I can do when I believe in whatever it is I'm doing. And I have experienced incredible benefits. And so I'm just now got my training wheels on and starting to learn and meeting people, and met Lisa, and just been immersing in knowledge and videos and everything since Thursday night. That's me.
Well, that was a really great way to tell your story. And we are so thrilled that you are part of this team. And we were so thrilled. We're going to talk about the Angie meeting that was here in Northwest Arkansas that Gina brought you to. But before we do all that, thank you and welcome. And I'm so glad, Robin, that you are part of our team. I'm not glad for all the layoffs, the corporate, stuff that we have all gone through. But sometimes that helps to redefine our path, and
For
sometimes it
sure.
brings you in a better direction. And so I want to just bring Gina on because I'm shouting out to Gina. She had an amazing month. She's a new pearl. Gina, not everybody has met you yet, but just so you guys know, so Gina and I met at the Walton Family Whole Health and Fitness. Technically, she reported to me as a director there, but she was from the very beginning. She is a person of incredible impact. She's a whole health facilitator. She teaches almost every healing art, including Reiki. She teaches yoga. She teaches a sound bath, which is an incredible. She taught me that with sound waves, you can move energy in the body, and she does an incredible job with that. So, Gina, we are so honored to get to work with you. Tell us just kind of a little bit about why Zilis for you.
Hi, everybody. Great to see all of you. And the very quick version is that when Lisa tried to introduce me to it about a year and a half ago, I just wasn't quite in the headspace to really give it a lot of attention. And quite frankly, the truth is I run a nonprofit that helps people with addiction, and the name of it is Speak Up About Drugs. And so I just had honestly kind of a bias about working with CBD. I mean, that's really honestly what it came down to. And but over the year and a half, well, and actually when I first met with her, I did end up buying Vibe from her, and I put my youngest son on it and saw tremendous benefit for him. And then honestly kind of forgot about it because he was doing so great, and I wasn't concerned anymore. And so honestly kind of forgot about it. And then when Lisa and I reconnected, it just reminded me of how I really did believe, looking back, that that product had helped him, and just maybe it was time to be more open-minded. And so the funny thing was, so I ordered my product, and actually I think that first night Lisa and I talked, and she had left me some samples or something. I was sick. I wasn't feeling good, and she was trying to educate me on the product, and I'm on the phone just like not being able to pay attention. I'm like, I'm so sick. I'm not feeling good. Like that cold flu is coming on. And she's like, oh, go get your samples. Go get the Amalaki and take that. And so I did. And not kidding, I literally woke up the next morning feeling great. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I don't know. From there, I just decided, all right, it's time. I'm going to do this. But it was really only about 2 weeks later when I was chatting with Robin, and as she was telling you, she really did not have any mobility. She'd come to one of my sound baths. Her shoulder and her arm, she said she doesn't have a timeline. I do. It was about 8 weeks ago when we first talked. And then, it was she ordered some ultra ice, and that was about 2 weeks. So she's only been on it for about 5 or 6 weeks. It's been really quick. And when I first met her, like, she couldn't bring her arm past. Robin, I don't know if you can see or not, but it was something like this. She couldn't reach
Yes,
behind her back. Is that correct, Robin?
that's correct. Couldn't put my bra on.
Yeah, she couldn't put a bra on. So I didn't know if you wanted me to say that or not, but she couldn't. Um, and literally, she got on ultra ice, and about a week later, I walked into work and saw her, and she's like raising her arm, throwing her arms back. She came to sound bath. She's like moving her arms all around. It was just incredible how quickly it worked. And so I don't know, between those things, I just became a huge believer. And so, anyway, great job by all of you. I'm just so excited to learn from all of you, and appreciate Lisa for, opening up this opportunity to me, and for Robin for trusting me, because she was really the first person that I shared this information with, and, recommended to she and her daughter both. Her daughter had some autoimmune issues, that they take this product. And honestly, when you're talking about somebody's health, and you're somebody like me who came from corporate America, and I don't know anything, I don't have a medical background, it can be intimidating. But of course, Lisa's done a great job educating me, and I did my own research into the endocannabinoid system. And anyway, I'm hooked. Great to be here with all of you.
Well, Gina, I want one more thing because you had an opportunity to hear the Angie presentation. We'll unpack that in a minute, but I heard you talking about chiropractic adjustments that I wanted you to
Oh,
include.
right. Oh, right. Okay. So then the rest of the story is that I was so inspired by Robin being able to have that mobility. Y'all, I have had chronic, constant back and neck pain since 2015. I can actually remember the moment that it started. And this pain has worked its way like up my cervical, all the way up to like the C1 and the whole thing. And so I've been under constant chiropractic care all that time. And in the last year or so, I was working with a cervical chiropractic, and he made a lot of really impactful adjustments that was helping me to start to get to a really good place. But yet I was still waking up about 2 mornings a week with really severe pain to where I would wake up, I would have those halo headaches, nausea, didn't even know if I could go to work. And so when I saw the success that Robin was having with the Ultra Ice, I decided I should get some. So I got on it and took it for about 2 weeks or so. It has been 6 weeks of me not having to have an adjustment. I've gone twice. So my last adjustment was 6 weeks ago. I've had two almost nearly perfect scans since then. No neck pain. My chiropractor's just like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm so much better. And so then I brought him the product. I'm like, this is what I'm taking. Um, and even I was just thinking about it a little bit ago. I mean, I'm just not having the pain anymore. My neck feels like it's aligned. So, I know the chiropractic work helped me, but what I really think happened was I think there was so much inflammation in there from years of all the stress and those manual pop, adjustments to where it just was just really slow going and the adjustments weren't holding. And I think once I got on ice, the inflammation went down, and I think the adjustments are holding now. So it
What a great story, Gina.
it's amazing because there were days really literally when I would just almost be in tears. I turned 59 in January. I mean, so I'm getting on up there in age, and I'm just very concerned about having this chronic neck pain when I'm in my 70s and 80s and not being able to sleep, because it literally, I see some of you nodding your head, it literally was where I could only lay on one side and only for halfway through the night. And then I would switch sides, and then I would start to feel the pain at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was just this whole thing. And I almost kind of gave up, just like I just didn't know what I was going to do because it just wasn't getting better. And I mean, I know, as we age, we're going to have aches and pains. It's just part of it. But does it have to be? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I'm kind of re-encouraged that maybe it doesn't.
Well, Gina, the question from Deborah is, what dose are you taking of the ice?
So of the ice, I am taking it religiously every day, and I'm taking about 4 to 5 drops, probably about four. That particular product is real thick, and so it's kind of hard to get it out of the
Yeah.
dropper, but I would say it averages 4 to 5. I don't take more than that. But I am taking it every day. I'm taking it on an empty stomach. I'm putting it under my tongue, holding it there for, I don't know, 20 or 30 seconds. But just like Robin experienced, I mean, that's two of us that have just gone from not good mobility and a lot of pain to, I mean, 90, in my case, I would say 90% improvement.
Well, and that's, opens up doors. You talked about, talking to your chiropractor. That's one of the ways that we gain distribution. And
Right.
so the question is just from Deborah. Robin, are you using the same dose, just a few drops of the Ultra Ice?
So for me, my understanding when I got it was to take a dropper
Mhm.
full. So I started on a dropper full and I just reduced, gosh, not even a week ago to half of a dropper.
Well, it's interesting because that product, the standard dosage is 2 whole dropperfuls.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh,
wow.
it's the
wow.
only one in our line. So Gina, you must be sensitive, and
Mhm.
Robin, to some degree, you're sensitive too. You can't overdose on it, but I took it forever with just whatever you could draw up,
Mhm.
and
That's
not
what yeah.
realizing that it was 2 dropperfuls. That just shows you that everybody's really individual. But if somebody's not getting results and they're just, they're doing less than that, they can go up.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm here for some extra duty. So here I
anyway,
am. Oh yeah.
uh, hang on a second. Somebody's got some. Okay. So thank you for sharing that, Gina. And, it's so heartwarming to get to hear these stories. I also noticed that Shayla just joined us, and I don't know if she's able to talk or not, but I wanted to shout out to Shayla. She hosted and picked Angie up at the airport She was just an amazing servant leader to her team. Shayla, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
You did a great job. You were featured on a call with an opportunity call with corporate as well, and you just aced it. We can't see you, Shayla, but can you see us?
I can see you. Yeah, I'm in the dark. I'm in the back of a truck.
Are you safe?
Yes, I'm safe. My son
Okay,
just turned the
good.
lights on.
Oh,
Oh
good.
my goodness. Well, congratulations on hosting the first ever that I remember Angie Thompson home meeting with live stream with 80 people watching from around the world. How was that experience for you?
I have so much fun at those home meetings. I just really enjoy the community and having dinner together and having everyone there, hearing the stories. Taylor did a great job. Marianne did a great job with their testimonies. And it was really nice to be able to share that outside of the house too and have it streamed. So I hope everyone got something out of it because I enjoy the people a lot.
Well, and what they didn't really get to enjoy was the amazing meatloaf, which we all want the recipe to. You guys,
So
Shayla
good.
cooks. Wasn't it good, Gina?
It's so good. She is a wonderful cook, y'all.
She makes
Thank
a
you.
different meal. It's crazy. Like I just marvel at it. I bring pistachios. Like that's my thing. And she makes like four-course meals. And so she fed us. We had product everywhere. And I know that your house was trashed. Shayla,
Oh,
there
it was
were over
mine.
20 people there. We haven't seen that kind of energy in so long. I feel like, you have brought you and Gina was there. We just are seeing incredible engagement and there's something that Hal called the Angie Thompson effect. And some of you guys, how many of y'all watched the live stream? Okay, good, Jenny and Melissa, yay. And so the live stream, I want to hear kind of your takeaways on that. I did talk to Jenny about it because she said that it was a little bit hard to hear and that people would have loved to have seen and heard more of Angie. But I want to tell you something that we never really invited her. Like it wasn't like we were just asking Angie to come to Northwest Arkansas. She made friends through a three-way Zoom with Shayla and Belinda, and she said, "I'm coming to their party." And so she kind of invited herself, but there's something we experienced. She followed her own intuition, but I think she feels like those are her Zilis kids, and she wanted to see them thrive. And she's still learning, obviously, to be a leader who speaks from the front of the room. But what I loved was just her presence. I was able to have some one-on-one time with her, and I saw her light up giddy like a little girl, seeing the energy come back again, and realize once you've sacrificed like she has to get this company, to see it start to come to life again is just a very beautiful thing. And Shayla, I know you had some one-on-one time with Angie as well. Any other takeaways from your experience?
So sweet. And like I have probably several other people on this call have had a really rough background with relationships. And it's just, you can relate to the pain and having to go through things. And so it's really nice to share that bond together and be able to discuss openly things from the past and history. And she told me about catching on fire and everything. And I mean, her strength is just amazing for what she's been through. I know, I mean, we all find our strength inside of us when we have to go through things like that. And life is just hard. I mean, it's really difficult, the things that we have to go through. And it's great that we can do it together. And I mean, she's just so open and casual and just really willing to help. She's like, what can I do to help you? And how can I support you? And it's been a great experience. And I'm glad I had that time with her too. Just really sweet.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And so, it really made an impact for us. We ended up having three Northwest Arkansas meetings. One was Linda Painter, who she and Randall always do a phenomenal job. And she was working till the last day, end of the month, which I always appreciate those people who are aware of their volume on the last day of the month because our business operates on monthly cycles. And it greatly impacts your check if you know what day it is in the relation to the whole month. But we had a meeting Wednesday night at Linda's house. We had a meeting at our hub space in Farmington. And then we also had that live stream with Shayla's meeting with Shayla and Belinda and Marianne and her team. And so literally we had back to back to back to meetings. And I told Angie, it's the first time I remember feeling like these meetings were really well attended and that people were very excited about it. And there was a lot of energy and there was a lot of interest and there were a lot of enrollments from that. And so it really I'm going to put a pause on that because I want to come back to what do you do when you start momentum to help to continue to grow that energy. But before I do, I want to also shout out, we had some really hardworking people at the end of the month. Susan Everett on your team, Debbie Yost continues to just she's a chiropractor. She's flying right now, or she'd be on this call telling us how in the heck she can enroll two people while she's on a date with someone, which is what happened last night. So I'm like, how did you get a bronze and a silver when you were on a date with someone else? So that's we're going to put a pause on that because there's a story behind it. I anyway, I'm going to stop right there. We have a couple questions for Debbie Yost, but she has continued. She worked really, really hard to maintain her Opal status. Really, really proud of her. I don't know, Susan, you must have a whip or something like that. You and Judy are, kind of whipping her. But she's working really hard. And then Jenny Todd, you had a beautiful thing happen last day of the month. Do you want to tell us about that? Do you want me to remind you?
Well, you can remind me. I assume that you're referring to the gold that I enrolled and really, really excited about Alabama, Lisa. When we
Alabama,
on
Lisa.
our three-way calls and Zooms with refer to Arkansas Lisa and Alabama Lisa, and it's easy to get tongue-tied because everything starts with an A or an L. But a lot of fun, but just a wonderful, wonderful prospect. But it just I'd like to talk about Alabama Lisa, because it took uh, it took a long time for her to finally, make a decision. She'd always liked it from the beginning, loved the product, but she just, I just, one text I said, I go, are you ready to pull the trigger? And, didn't hear back from her. But I guess I say this story, and Lisa, thank you for letting me talk about her, but you just don't give up. I say it all the time, but you just don't give up. That's how you win in this business. You just don't give up. So I don't know.
Well, Jenny, you walk the talk on that, girl. How many years have you been doing this with us?
Gosh, be 8 years this year. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been
Ooh,
a minute.
wow. Yeah.
And we're going to talk about all that wisdom and how it just makes you grow fine like wine.
Well, thank
In
you,
this
Lisa.
business, the longer you're in, the more value you have and the more
Mhm.
value you give. And we're seeing it almost through new eyes because, we've been in it for a minute, maybe a minute longer than Jenny. But the other person I want to recognize is Melissa. Melissa, you were doing work when I was sleeping, girl. And look at you, got a silver right at the last minute. Tell us about your enrollment.
Well, my mom likes the products, and I'm always telling her she could make money. She needs money. And so we did it last night, and I'm really excited
Yay, Melissa. Well,
about
God
it.
bless you, girl. I was proud of you. And, sometimes when you slide things in like right at the last minute, the computer will knock it over to the next month. But we were able to find that and pull it back to February so that it can help with qualifications and things like that. So I was proud of you for knowing what day it was and what the time was in that day. That's like double bonus, right? But I just was really proud of our team. And what we've noticed personally in our volume, it was almost like a 10% boost, which we have not seen that since product launches. And that's really everybody really starting to work together, seeing and being able to professionally share the results. And so what we're really committing to is we're going to commit to in Northwest Arkansas to do some type of a weekly meeting where it is open to our entire team. And we're going to really work hard to be able to stream that. Like we're going to do the best we can. We're not tech savvy in any way. But one of the things I wanted to share with you guys, and this is really not as much a training as it is, I want your thoughts on this, because as we bring new people, like Robin is brand new. She just came in with gold, and so she's still trying to figure it out. Shayla, you're only like what, 4 weeks old now in the business, going like gangbusters, and yet, they haven't had 8 years. And so how do we tell people what we do with Zilis, and how do we allow people to come in where they feel comfortable? So I want to share my screen with you guys. And I want you to tell me, can you see this, Jenny? Okay. So we're going to talk about 3 different paths to wellness impact. And, part of that is the Wellness Mastery Quest, which is the name of our Facebook group. But we want everybody to find the success that they're looking for at Zilis. And so how do we teach people what the options are? Well, we believe that step 1 should be mastering wellness for ourselves. And Jenny, you guys have been around a long time. And so, Robin is just starting on this journey. She's had incredible results. She's seen her finger, her shoulder. Gina has talked about some of the physical manifestations of just starting to use these products. But in step 1, our focus is really just us. And we're learning that wellness can help improve some really, really big things. And that could be just helping boost health, energy, optimizing sleep, which one of these days we're going to get Dr. Todd and Jenny to kind of talk sleep for us, because they're sleep specialists. That's what they do. I've learned so much from you guys, Jenny, on the fact that you can't be healthy if you don't get sleep. We see it so much in the guys in our recovery program where they do not sleep for whatever reason. And then we've learned that blood sugar balance really matters with our health, our stress resilience, food cravings, inflammation response. Jenny, Gina talked about that. Robin talked about that. Immune strength, like so many of us just don't seem to get sick normally because we really work on products that help to optimize and balance the immune system. And so it's really understanding which Zilis products we start with, which system, and within a whole health framework, looking to create some type of health transformation. Would you agree that that is a good first step for us? Okay. Anybody have any thoughts contrary on that? So the starting point really doesn't matter, but the decision to step forward does, because it impacts other people. If Gina had shared with Robin, she would still have a bent finger and a shoulder that didn't work and be miserable. So it takes courage to take step 2, but that's when we actually share wellness and we start focusing on others. And here's the part that most people don't get, is that there is a way, and Gina, you're really, really good at this as a health coach, as a whole health coach, facilitator. We start learning how to guide people toward change. Is this person ready to change? And we become better at asking the kind of questions to see if they would consider a different type of solution. We also help them support transformation. But when we start sharing with others through the customer growth bonus alone, we can start adding income to our own health transformation. And we can qualify for trips, right, Shayla? You can be the first in the world to start earning these trips that Zilis loves to pay for. And here I have, it could be less than $100 all the way up to $1,000. Like, we know that customer growth bonus maximizes at 25 people. And with that 25 person, you can earn up to $2,000 on that customer growth bonus. And so that is step 2. And so we think about going from just using product ourselves to becoming better coaches and advocates for other people. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we talk about after that? So let me see if I can move this forward. Let's go back. Hang on a second. Goodness, you can tell my technology is already okay. Here we go. So when one person gets well, a life changes, and that's a great thing. But when a team gets well, communities change. I saw this happen in 2018 in Evansville, Indiana. And there was we were able to create enough change that we saw a community literally change their health. And so step three is really the creme de la creme. And this is what people see on the stage. Um, Sometimes this is what the industry flaunts in front of people to say, look, you can create legacy income. You can create millions of dollars in this industry. And I tried for 13 years to do that in my first business that I was in, and I couldn't do it. Um, a lot of it was that I was not able to access my highest self at that time in my life. But this is when we learn how to build teams of people earning customer growth bonuses, when we learn how to mentor leaders, not just people, but other leaders, when we learn how to duplicate on a large scale this core business with not just customers, but other people who are helping to generate that customer growth bonus. This is where we learn how to create wellness communities. And what I love about this, it's the drive to learn how to scale this model that has helped really bring me to my knees and to create the better me that was able to do that. And I hope to get better every single day. But accessing our higher self, I want to read you guys a quote, and I'm going to come back to this. But there's a book that I've been fascinated with called Wealth Warrior, and it's by Steve Chandler. And I just want to read you one quote from it. He says, your sense and experience of who you really are is the first step toward making money. Because if it's going to be that old collection of hurt feelings and fears you call you, then we're in for a rough ride. That would have been me on my first journey. For you to create wealth in ways that are free, imaginative, and prolific, you have to access your higher self. Higher self, the real you at your best. You when you surprise yourself. Don't surprise yourself once in a while. That's the you I'm talking about. That's the real you. The rest is fears and bad memories. And so that is really what we are looking to do. Those people who step into step three, if you will, and there's absolutely no shame or judgment. Everybody gets to choose their place in this journey. But this is the part right now in our second momentum and our permanent momentum. This is the part that can change families' lives generationally. And it doesn't happen without significant learning and accessing that better part of us, learning. Every day we learn new things. And at the result of that is not just health, but what we call residual income, that income that's predictable and repeatable. Obviously the same options for travel, but some type of lifestyle freedom where if you're earning enough to cover your bills, that you can dictate your own life and create a certain type of security. And that can be, 5-6 figure income. We know people who've made millions in this industry. And so that is really what I wanted to share, is just the three phases, the three steps, if you will, because wellness isn't just something you experience here. It's something that you can grow, you can share, or you can scale it. And that is really what we are doing on this call. That is what we're starting Thursday in Farmington. We're going to be doing a training weekly unless we have a team meeting that conflicts with that. So that is what I wanted to show you guys. And I would love any kind of thoughts that you guys have on just the three steps. It can be in relation to where you see yourself, or just anything that kind of stands out to you.
Well, Lisa, I took pictures of it, and gosh, can't even remember from these 8 slides, but I love the game plan. I think it's a great game plan, gives everybody very simple steps. You got to take care of you first before you can take care of anybody else, whether
You know,
that's in your head, physical, wherever. You got to take care of you first.
100%.
Yeah. And, when you do that and you get excited about these products, it gives you, excuse me, a reason. I got to go out and tell other people about this. So I
Thank
think
you,
it's
Jenny.
great. I love it. It's very simple. 1, 2, 3. I like it.
Awesome. Susan, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, I was going to just say I'm glad you did this, because I think, it's like you're right. This is kind of like a restart, and it really feels that way to me and to everybody else, I'm sure. And so we do have to work on our own self a lot in this business because you can just get kicked in the hind end, pretty easily by somebody that you just know is going to really do great, and then they suck and they take it all out on you. I mean, it happens, and so if you don't have, if you can't get past that, and you've coached me past a couple of those that I wanted to slap silly, and so this is awesome. I mean, I think in this business, as much or more than anything I've ever done before, you have to really work on yourself to get to a point of not that you don't care, but it doesn't eat you up. So thank you.
Oh, good, Susan. Really, really good points.
I
Anybody
agree
else?
with Susan on that one. You have to have resilience if you're going to be in this business. But I know myself, I started with the product and it helped me. So it gave me the reason for story. And so these steps are really simple steps, but it's true. And you have to, the next step of yourself, you have to have the confidence to get out there and talk to people. But I think the more you feel better and you see other people feel better, you have their stories, it gives you the reason to talk to other people, especially if you know they're suffering. So I think those are nice, simple steps that everybody will benefit from it. But I think the more resilience, you just keep going because you know it's helped other people. So you just kind of, okay, when you're ready, come back to me.
Yeah, go suffer and come back
Yeah.
when nobody else listens to you, right?
Yeah. Try that way work. If it doesn't work, come on back.
Exactly. And we're finding that people are coming back. I mean, that's what's crazy, doing it long enough that I've had people that have reached out that quit long ago.
Mhm.
And there's a certain kind of respect, when somebody says, "Are you still doing that CBD thing?" And you're like, "Yeah, yes, I am. In fact, we've done really well with it, and it's not just CBD anymore." So it really allows you to kind of have the rest of the story, if you will. Any other thoughts, just on the three steps? Anybody see it a different way?
I can I speak?
Yes, please, Gina.
I think just for me being new, when I got on, well, when I first got into this a few weeks ago at the end of December, and then I got on a few of these calls, I wasn't really clear in my head about what I was doing with this. I know Lisa, you would ask me about income, and I'm like, no, I mean, I'm working, teaching all these classes, I'm making money. I just didn't have a clear path in my head as to where I would go with this or what I would do with this. And that has become more clear in the past week or so. But really, I think for me, these slides, somebody being new, this just lays it out like, oh, okay, this is the pathway forward. And so, if I want to undertake that and move down that pathway, that just lays it out pretty succinctly for me.
Good, Gina. That really helps. I'm gonna put Robin on the spot and ask her as well. Robin, does that help at all, or is that confusing?
No, I think it's great. As I was taking notes on what the slide said, it's basically what has happened to me is trying the product, becoming a believer, and then wanting to share it.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I think it's
And you know
very.
what, Robin? One of the things that we've learned is just, there's people on this call. I mean, everybody on this call's had success in some other area, and Susan Everett came from the corporate world. I mean, Judy Baker was a teacher. And, we bring the best of our skill sets. None of those things have prepared us to do this. Right. I mean, I think we'd all agree. Like, I mean, I was an ICU nurse, I've done corporate America, but, I never had to do this before. And so I'm hoping that by kind of breaking it into steps and phases, that we'll be able to help give ourselves some grace to know, there's some things we go back to school to do this well. Some people make it look really easy. Jenny makes it look really easy. Gina makes it look really easy, but there's some expertise. Like I've seen Gina facilitate rooms with hundreds of people. Like she's skilled at this. And Gina, that happen just overnight, or did they give you like a vaccine and you became really smart?
Well, I mean, as well as everyone on the call knows, that's something that you build certainly over time. But I will say, what I really like about those slides is that the third one where it said your higher self, and what I mean by that, and I'm thinking maybe you mean, and it aligns with the meditation I offered tonight at Sound Bath for people, is when you're aligned with your purpose, when you're living in your purpose, things just flow really easily. And so it brings to mind for me the other night when we were sitting over at Shayla's home, and Taylor, this beautiful young woman, told some of her story and the impact that the product had had on her. And she has cerebral palsy. Is that correct? Palsy?
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah. And as she was sharing the positive impact of the product on her body, I looked across the room at Angie. And Angie was tearing up. Now, I'd said hello to Angie, but I hadn't met her. I don't know her. I spent a total of 5 minutes with her. But I know she's the CEO of this company, and I look over at her, and Lisa's laughing. She's literally tearing up, and I thought, okay, I know this woman has heard so many of these kind of stories, and then come to find out she'd heard Taylor's story like 4 times, 5 times, and she still teared up. And what that did for me was cement in the fact that this company is like, it's her purpose, it's what she's meant to do. And I'm sure it's the same for all of you, whether we all realize it or not. We wouldn't be here if it didn't align with our purpose, because it is work. And this, I'm putting way more work into this than I really had ever planned to, quite honestly, Lisa. Plug your ears. But it aligns with my purpose. I consider myself a well-being warrior. That is my purpose, is to help people improve their well-being. And so this to me is another avenue to do that. And I mean, I've listened to some of your stories and heard about the great work you all do. And so, I don't know, Lisa, I just appreciate you putting that part in there too, because I think it's just a good reminder that if we're anchored in our purpose, it's going to flow. It's going to be easy to talk to people. It's going to be easy to bring on, new ambassadors, etc. And yeah, there's work involved, but, it just will flow.
Well, that is a beautiful statement and a beautiful transition because we have our CEO warrior that just joined our call. Miss Angie Thompson is in the house.
And you made me cry again. Because I tell you what, I just did this after Arkansas, and I'm going to tell you, I am a mom on a mission that is going to transform one person at a time. Whether it's your health or whether it's your finances, I'm on a mission to help you. And
Oh,
I tell you what, when I hear the testimonies and I hear the people with their success, I just it just brings chills to my bones, and that's the purpose of this company. This company, and I don't know if you're a believer, I'm a strong believer. I woke myself up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. and I was preaching to 300 of y'all in the morning, telling you it's your time. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this big. And I went to church today, and that's the message that I got back to me, the challenge, what we're going to do and where we're going to go. And I know that I know that I know this company is not in the right hands because of me. It's in the right hands because of God. And it's in the right hands of because the people that I put to surround me to help do this together. And I'm not going to ask any of y'all to do one thing if I'm not willing to do it. I'll tell you that. So I'm so proud. I just texted Lisa. I said, "How are you?" And I was texting Shayla. And if I had all of your numbers, I would be texting everyone. Like, I mean, I think of y'all all the time. And I think of y'all like, and I am jealous of this little Florida couple because I can't text them all the time because they rub it in my face that they're in the most beautiful place in the world. But I just tell you, like, I got it. Like when you get it, you got it. I'm on a mission. And I would love for each and every one of you to be on fire starting this month on a mission. And I heard you're working harder than you wanted to. You're gonna want to do it because we're gonna have the tailors of the world that need us. You're gonna have, call it whatever of the world, that needs extra 50 or $100 in their bank account to make ends meet. We're gonna need to do it, and we have the solution right here. So, Lisa, I'm sorry. I just came in I cooked burgers tonight and broccoli. We had burgers and broccoli tonight. So it wasn't anything
Angie,
fancy.
I love that. I love that you check in with us. And I just, on behalf of this team, I just want to say thank you for being who you are.
Yeah.
I kind of unpacked a little bit about your visit and about the live stream and just the way it impacted all of us, the hope we have. We've got big goals. I haven't told our team yet. Like my goal is Emerald, and that's
Yeah.
we got to, basically double our volume. So we have
Yeah.
calculated exactly how much volume we need every month to get there by the end of December. And I want you guys to be looking at what is your rank goal at the end of December. We want to commit to that because now is the time. And Angie, I love the Mom on a Mission, and I love Gina, a well-being warrior. I love accessing our highest self by being in alignment with our purpose, and we can do that all together. But Angie, yeah, you're an amazing leader. We love you. We're so proud of you. Just our tribe of elephants. They don't even This team doesn't all know exactly what that is, but Susan and Judy know exactly what that is, and Melissa knows what that is, and some of you guys. Angie, real quickly, do you mind just telling us the elephants before you go do your burgers and broccoli?
Oh, absolutely. No, they just had it. They just had it.
Oh, they had it. Okay.
So they just ate burgers and broccoli. So bless their hearts. They can't have all the carbs. They got to have some broccoli with it. So I don't have the story written in front of me. I've got it, and I've read it like 10 times. So what it is, my elephant tribe, and this is my tribe right here. I can tell you that. You're part of my tribe. Elephants, I don't know if you've studied elephants or known elephants. I was at a convention somewhere, and a lady randomly was talking about elephants, and I heard it, but I didn't hear it. And something told me about a year ago, how about you look what she was talking about elephants and what that means and the meaning. And so when I really studied elephants, elephants are exactly what Zilis does. The female elephants, when a female elephant is in labor, the females surround her and they look outward and they protect her and they stomp and they form a massive circle around her during her labor, during the delivery, during everything. But not only that, they don't only do that. Whether it's a male or female elephant, the females surround that elephant that's in need, that's hurting, that's sad, or whatever. They surround that elephant and they protect that elephant. Clearly, the elephants don't talk, but they communicate how they communicate. And they stomp and they're there to protect that one elephant there during that time for that moment. And that's what we do here at Zilis. When you're on a high, we're here to help you. When you're down, we're here to help you. When you're soaring, we're here to help you. And my tribe, I feel like my tribe is my Zilis tribe, is all of my elephants surrounding and supporting. And it's a community. It's my community. And so, Lisa, I don't know if I did it justice because I have a
You
huge
did.
talk on this, and then we shared a video at the San Diego Zoo in California. There was an earthquake, and there was a demonstration of the elephants stomping, circling. They didn't know what was going on, but they knew there was something going on, and it showed the tribe together. And so here at Zilis, when you succeed and reach a new rank, we cheer for you. Whenever you need help, we're there for you. So no matter what. So I just I know it sounds simple, but at the same time, I think it's a big meaningful thing. I feel like I have my tribe, and this is my tribe, part of my tribe right here. So Lisa, I hope that
That was
kind of shared some light on it?
It absolutely did. And we just appreciate so much, what you guys have done. I mean, this tribe has definitely done that for us. We used to talk about trying to do this business by yourself is like being a baby wildebeest on an African plain. You get pulled apart
Yeah.
basically. And so, this protective company and the leadership that you've put in place and now are leading has done that for us. You guys have encircled us and created a safe space. And this team has the same effect. Every single person here, I was talking to Jenny Todd, she's been in this business about 5 minutes less than I have. So
That's
you've got
amazing.
quite a bit of tenure here, all the way to Robin, who just signed up at your meeting with Gold, and she's on for her
Aw.
very first elevation call. So thank you
Aw.
so much for just showing up, and we
Yeah.
love you, appreciate you so much.
Well, I appreciate y'all, and you got to know, I'm not a salesperson, but I'm a heart person, and I'm here to help. I'm here to serve, and I want to help everyone. And I know our products are amazing. And like I said in the meeting, shame on us if we don't go share it. Shame on
Mhm.
us because people need it. And people need love, people need our products, and some people need more money in their bank account. So I'm here to serve, and I'm here for y'all. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So I won't delay y'all's training any longer, but Lisa, thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you so much, Angie, for just checking in. We appreciate you.
All right, love
Bye bye.
y'all.
Zoom wave. All right. Well, that was such a nice surprise. And yeah, I mean, guys, that's who we work with. I mean, I don't even feel like I'm working for Angie because we work for ourselves, but we do it with in community in alignment with our purpose. And that was Gina, that was such a great overview. One more announcement, and then we'll just pause and let everybody, anybody that has questions, comments. But we have a big event. Susan, what's going on March 14th?
Let's see, March 14th, we have a corporate event in the morning, right?
Right.
Super Saturday, I think they call it each time, I believe, something like
Yep.
that. I'm not sure what all is happening at that event, if there's any secrets or anything great, but then in the afternoon, I'm going to host a Zilis meeting at my house. I don't know that I can live up to all these wonderful things you're telling me about the meetings in Arkansas. May have to hire a chef or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we're trying to launch a meeting at my house. It'll be kind of fun. If anybody'd like to come over and pick up sticks out of my yard beforehand, that would be great because the snowstorms, I've got like a yard full of trash, but no, just kidding. Anyway,
Hey, that sounds like good exercise.
there you go.
What time is it, Susan? Did we decide?
I think it was 3 o'clock.
Is it 3?
I think it is
Okay.
now.
Well, okay. So, anybody who's close to Evansville, Indiana, I'm going, man. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys. Karen Hale, let's see, Jenny Offerman. I don't know if Mary and Jean, they live a little ways. Judy Baker, that are you down, Judy? You're going to come over? Okay, yay. Debbie Ray, you want to come up from Nashville?
You can pick me up on the way.
Hey, I wish it's only 8 hours
I
to
know.
Nashville,
I'm
but
teasing.
I wish I could because that would
I
be
will
really fun.
try.
We would love to have you. It's just, what I've learned is just the more little coals that we can grab together, just being around the fire just feels really, really good. And that's the thing I love about going back to Evansville. You guys have, you know, probably the biggest user base in the company, just in those zip codes there. And Northwest Arkansas is catching up, but we've got some powerful people that really want to make an impact here. And so I'm just looking at it with all new eyes. Melissa, it's going to take us a minute to get to you in New Mexico, but hey, it sounds good, especially in the cold. So anyway, that's really what I had. I'm so thrilled that Angie could jump on and just say hi to everybody. Anybody else questions, thoughts, last minute, anything I forgot? So, Judy, are you talking to me?
I'm trying. Dr. Debbie Yost, she's going to try to be there in Evansville.
That's awesome.
I'm
Yes.
Gonna
Good.
try.
Okay, well, we're going to hold her to it because I want to hear how she enrolled a bronze and a silver on a date.
I'd like to know
We're gonna
that.
we're gonna try to keep that to ourselves, but
Does
it's our little secret strategy. That's so funny. Well, you guys, this has been really wonderful. Thursday at 4 o'clock at the hub here in Farmington, we're going to start kick off our first training event. I'm going to try to do that also through Zoom, but you got to be gentle with us because that's new to us, and so we're gonna do our best. But anyway, the 3 steps is what we're going to start training, and we're going to start teaching people to first access their own healing, and then we're going to start to teach people how to professionally share this with others. And then from there, we're going to scale it. Now, some of you guys might want to jump straight to step 3. Gina, you're doing great. I mean, and everybody chooses their path. It's taken me forever to get here. And what you guys didn't know is the first 13 years I had in a whole different company in this industry doing the work of self-development to find out what my highest self was. I didn't even know that was a thing. So we're all transforming every day. That's the beautiful thing, is really the better we become, the more lives we impact. I don't ever want myself to stand in the way of somebody achieving a good result, So I'm proud of you guys. Thank you for a great February. Thank you for your consistency in being on this call. There's a lot of people that couldn't be on tonight, so it's great content. Lauren, it's great to see your beautiful picture. We're so glad to have you. Can you hear me? Are you in a place where you can say hi?
Hello, I'm here.
Lauren, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I was
Okay.
gonna pipe in and say, hey y'all, I'm over here looking like a baby elephant. Somebody grab my tail.
We're circling, girl. We just got to find you. We're
Somewhere.
gonna,
I don't know where, but I'm somewhere.
you're somewhere. Well, you're still found your way back to this call. Lauren, just not everybody has met you. Tell us just a little bit about who you are and where you live.
Well, who am I? I'm Lauren. I'm wife, mom, cat mom. I live in Hernando, Mississippi. My business partner was my mom and my best friend, and I lost her. And so I'm struggling to get back.
Mm, amen, sister. Grief is a hard thing. Grief, I think, really changes who we are as a person.
And apparently it's a long-term commitment.
It's a long-term commitment. But healing is a very real thing, Lauren, and it's a beautiful thing. So I just appreciate your transparency and you just being willing to, just to be part of this group. And your mom would be so proud of you, just fighting to still serve others through grief.
I'm certainly trying.
Well,
I'm not
I'm here.
finding it easy at all.
We're going to catch up. Let's find time to talk this week.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. Proud of
If I
everyone.
don't
Thank you.
call you, you call me, okay?
Okay, I'll
All
text you
right.
when we're off and we'll set up a time.
Okay, love you.
Okay, love you guys. Bye, everybody. Night.
Bye.
Bye.